Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Just like I'm the king on the microphone. So it's Dr. J and Moses Malone.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got NBA basketball for you. I'm Damon Bruce. Wednesday in the NBA. It'll be LeBron James and the Miami Heat facing off against Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. And the first quarter's just about ready to get going.
It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan here to call the action. With me, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. And it's Anthony in at the center. And for the Lakers, Artest and Powell in the forward slots. Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt. And it's Bynum in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kobe with the steal. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, Ron Artest has become such an enigma in this league over the years. He's a great player at times, but frequently loses his focus. But when he's on, when he's playing with a purpose and with intensity, he is really something.
And Ron Artest, guys, probably the most unpredictable, quotable player in the league. A colorful player, no doubt.
Yeah, no question about it. Spontaneous would be another word I would throw. We enjoyed him in Indianapolis when he was there. He obviously has had some bumps during the course of his career, but at his core, good nature. Couldn't have been happier for a player than when I saw him have the game he had in Game 7. And the Lakers won that championship in 2010. But you're right, he's a colorful, spontaneous, good-hearted guy.
And he's won awards from the league, from the people that cover the league, for what he has done in the community since that flare-up back in the early part of the decade.
Yes, that's exactly right. And again, that speaks to his growth and the intentions of his heart, and the fact that he started to manage some of the anger management issues that he had in the past.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris, Wade picks him up.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. He said
they need this. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Now defensively, they did a great job of staying tight on him.
Here's Chalmers. Shot is no good. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Without his head, Posral. He's checked in for the Heat. On defense, the Lakers. 6-point game.
You know, guys, thinking back to Chalmers in the NBA Finals last year, he was one of the Heat's role players that I thought really ramped it up in a tough series and helped out the Big Three quite a bit.
And the Lakers making a change here. Blake's checked in. Here's Wade. Picked up by Kobe. Wade passes to LeBron. Bynum is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul.
Well, you brought up Chalmers, Clark. I mean, he was really, really good in that final series against Dallas. Knocked down his three-point shots, did a nice job of running the club, and I think really made a case for being the future starting point guard for the Miami Heat. Boy, it's been a hot shooting first quarter for them so far.
Steve, it's been fun to watch. I mean, the shots are dropping, and it's led to an excellent start.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Boy, I tell you, the Lakers are always tough on their home court. I mean, visiting teams can get a little starstruck, too. I mean, all kinds of celebrities hanging out in the crowd. Just as many famous people watching as actually playing in the game when you go play the Lakers.
Some changes for the Lakers. Theo Ratliff, he's just checked in for Bynum, and it's Odom in for Pau Gasol. Here's Kobe. It's an 8-point differential. Going back to that Lakers home record, 30-11. Last season, tied for the 5th best home record in the league. And Steve, you start overlapping, the star watching at the games, the good play on the floor. That's quite a scene.
It's a great scene. One of the great venues in the NBA. And the Lakers, they're competitive year in and year out. And they'll continue to be a tough team, whether it's at Staples Center or on the road.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
They've been dominant in the paint. That's how they've built this early lead.
Well, they're piling it on in there. I mean, that's where all their points are coming from, in the paint area.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
Great start here early on, but they've got to continue to play well to maintain that lead.
Boy, I tell you what, really nice start for him here, guys. Getting after it both ends of the floor, you got to like that.
The shot's good on the assist by Wade. That's 10 points for LeBron.
Posral was in a really odd and tough position last season. Never before had there been a bigger free agent talent swing, and he was tasked with getting 3 huge superstars to mesh as a unit. He's done a nice job.
And the basket by Blake.
Man, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Now, here's Chalmers. Not a lot of room, and that one's good. Back to Spoelstra because he was the first coach, Steve, to deal with that much talent. He had some very unique situations pop up along that road.
Well, he sure did, Kevin, and he had to coach that team under a microscope all season long. The basketball world was watching, and that Miami team went through some ups and downs, but in the end, I think Eric Spoelstra did a fantastic job, and he looks to be one of the bright young coaches in this league.
Odom gets called for the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Theo Ratliff. Artest comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Brown in for Kobe. Then for the Heat, Miller comes in for Dwayne Wade. Eddie House subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Here is House. Off target with his 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Here's LeBron. On offense, here are the Heat. They're on a 20-7 run. Bynum gets the reach-in call. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He misses the free throw. The Lakers making a switch here.
LeBron James. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Blake for 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's been tough to play straight up.
Here's Bosh. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Bosh has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway.